Hi, welcome to SBR TV. I'm Peter Loshak. This is our weekly call that we do with Doc every Monday where we recap the football betting action from the past weekend. Right now we're going to take a look back at NFL Week 10, College Football Week 11. Doc, thanks again so much.
Always a pleasure, Peter. No problem.
I really appreciate it this time because before we started this call, you were just telling me about how you were getting hit with bets on college basketball totals, right? So you're taking out time from, you're actually getting hit with bets as you're doing this call with us, right?
Yeah, I'm multitasking.
Yeah. So you told me that Raz just hit the Manhattan over, right?
Yeah, they played that over in Nevada game over.
Yeah, well, I guess the window to bet Raz plays is like 15 seconds, so I guess I missed my opportunity.
Yeah, you're out of luck. Yeah, I actually get probably on sides between 6,000 to 8,000, depending on how quick it gets moved, and totals between 3 and 5. That's counting all the offices, though. So, 6, 7, 8 people get in. They all come at once, though. So, they
right.
get in.
And they're all so they're all hitting you based on like a side they know is going to be a right angle sports side, and that they know is going to move a bunch of points.
Yeah, mostly pros use the service.
Yeah.
Very few regular people use it. It's strictly for movers. I mean,
Yeah.
That's the only guys that have the access to get down.
Pretty impressive. Yeah.
Few regular Joes can use it, but they have to have a slow local or not care what number they get.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's take a look at how football went. I'm looking at all these sides. I'm thinking, some things. Alabama and LSU both lost against the spread. The Boise State outright loss. I'm just assuming that had to have been a huge winner for you. On the other hand, Oklahoma State got a big cover. How was college overall for you?
Saturday was really good. Saturday worked out fine. Yeah, Oklahoma State was the main bad game, and actually I needed Stanford and under. These games that go over.
Right.
You're never going to need under in a game like that. So that was bad. Arkansas was real bad. Boy, that was the most one-sided. I had no bets on Tennessee. I went to 17 and finally got some guy so bad and gave me a nickel or something.
Arkansas is like a team that every sharp I talk to loves usually most weeks, and I'm assuming it'd be a big public side as well.
Yeah, they really are. They get both ends of the spectrum. And the 1 week the sharps bet against them was Vanderbilt, and Vandy almost beat them. And they covered. So they've got a good feel for Arkansas. That's for sure.
Yeah, you're probably gonna need them again next week, right? Minus 13 over Mississippi State, classic side. The Sharps.
Oh yeah, I'm using 13.5. I got 14 in some spots already.
Right.
I wouldn't be surprised to see that thing close 15, but
right.
We'll see.
And then, then the Oregon-Stanford game. Did you get sharp and public on Oregon, or how was that bet?
I had the most of the good guys on Oregon. You go to 2.5 late, even 2, and you get some money. They're just better. I mean, you don't know that ahead of time. Obviously,
right.
You could have made Oregon 3, but you start watching the game, you're like, uh-oh.
Yeah.
I ain't winning this one. Maybe I can win the total. And all of a sudden, the second quarter, they scored 300 points. I ain't gonna win the total either. So, but it wasn't that bad. It was a good day overall Saturday.
Yeah. How about the Nebraska-Penn State game? I mean, did people stay off that? Did they bet it? There was a lot of debate about that line actually, and then it wound up falling.
Yeah, he ended up getting middled on that game, but I got real lucky. I had a guy. I was at 3 minus 18, just one of those stupid lines you put up because you just you're gonna go to the bathroom and don't want to have to move it or something. The guy took plus 3 minus 2 for a huge bet. So I ended up pushing my biggest bet and getting a lot of minus 3 back. So the 3 didn't hurt me that bad, but that was a big middle game for the book. That wasn't too good for a lot of people.
And then the most debated game of the week, or the most debated line of the week, was Texas A&M as a pretty decent-sized road favorite over Kansas State. A lot of people were saying that Kansas State was just an obvious good bet there, and those people turned out to be right. Did the Sharps bet that game at all?
I got completely mixed on that game. I had good guys on both sides. I had the public on both sides. I mean, it was just a good action game, and I didn't win or lose much. I think I maybe won a little bit on it, but it was an okay game.
Yeah, I feel like if you throw any line at any game, there are going to be some people who are going to bet one side saying that that line is way off, and then other people saying that line is way off for a reason, so I'm going to bet the side that seems like the bad side. It almost seems like you're going to get, if you throw a bad line like that, not that was a bad line, but if you throw a line that confuses people, you're going to get two-way action from it.
Yeah, exactly. That's like I said. That people can see the exact same thing and have a completely, and that's why I'm a proponent of math-based handicapping.
Right.
Most guys are, and even the big guys use it to some extent, or a lot of extent. They make final decisions though, but you throw all those numbers together, but two people can get the same set of numbers and interpret a completely different thing. It just depends on who's reading the numbers and who's doing what. So guys will look at a game and go, "Wow, that's wrong." Another guy will look, wow, A&M should be 10. You know.
So how did that line get set where it was? And does the person who set it think they made a mistake, or how did that work?
No, I mean, you know, you just go back to last week in Kansas State's stellar second half performance against Oklahoma. You know, people all year long, Kansas State hasn't getting much respect, and the line guys just don't think they're that good. That's the bottom line.
All right.
They just don't think they're that good. You know, and they're obviously okay. They've done quite well.
Yeah. Well, so Saturday was a winning day. Then in the NFL, I'm looking it over, looks like it was probably pretty good. I mean, Seattle won outright. That had to have been good. Philly losing outright. That had to have been great, right?
Yeah, Philly and Seattle were good, but then you got, you know, the Pittsburgh and Houston. Those were the best games of the morning. You know, those road favorites. They were laying 4 at post. I mean, you get some buyback, some sharp guys trying to be sharp, but those two games were bad. And the game that killed me was the Sunday night game. I mean, I needed Jets and under for my balls. Pardon my language. And and I was using 2 at post. You know, it's one of those games where I called up my good friends at Grande and took some +3 just for myself for fun. But you know, they had jet money, so they had to move it. But I'm just sitting there going, God, the public's going to kill me here. And lo and behold, they did. And
then how about the Monday night game, Minnesota at Green Bay? Do you think it's going to be a decently bet game, or do you think the volume will be a little lower because the line is so big?
I'm getting, you know, it's just one of those things. I mean, I actually right now, Green Bay beating by more than 20 wouldn't break my heart. I mean, I got a lot of teasers of Minnesota going up, but overall, I'm going to need Minnesota and I'm going to need under. That's just the bottom line. So, you know, if they could hang in there and lose by a field goal or something, would be wonderful. You know, they played them tough the first game and ended up covered. So I don't know how this is going to work out. This could be ugly.
And then you have any thoughts just in general now the college basketball season has started? Anything unusual with no NBA that you've noticed?
All the crews are firing. They're betting against each other. I mean, it's been good action. You know, you sit here all morning and man, first Raz starts about 8, and then Walters comes in, and then the other guys come in. I mean, it is just a slugfest in the morning. Sometimes they're against each other, and sometimes they're on the same side. And you know, there's always and they get some scout and sweepers come in and you know take the game you're long on. So it's been good action. It's been real busy so far. The public's not into it yet, but I got all the sharp guys are rolling.
Is that how the year would normally go?
I think I don't know. It seems to me it's a little busier than normal. Raz has their usual stuff, but I've never seen Billy so active so early. He's firing too, so it's pretty good. It's good action so far, and then you know nobody's killing anybody yet, so it's okay.
So, I mean, in situations like these, I mean, you got you guys who expect to make money. You got all the sharps like Raz and Billy who expect to make money. Then you got the guys who are, you know, just scalping out numbers who expect to make money. So where's the money coming from? Like, who's losing?
The scalpers are going to get torched in the long run, I would assume, unless Raz has a year like they did last year, then they're going to get torched. But so far, he started out a little better, so we'll see. You know, I think his sides are better than his totals right now, but it's early still.
All right. Well, we will talk to you next week. We'll see how college basketball is going next week. Thanks so much once again, Doc.
No problem, Peter. Anytime.